49ers grades in frustrating Week 2 loss versus Vikings Minneapolis. Yes, the 49ers played poorly on Sunday. But for every bad play on the 49ers side, the Minnesota Vikings did exactly what they wanted. The Vikings, played really well, but it was too sloppy on our part. 49ers coach Kyle Shanahan said following the 49ers' 23-17 loss to the Vikings on Sunday in Week 2 of the NFL season. The 49ers made key errors in every phase of the game. They could not get things going on offense, they had a punt blocked, and the defense gave up the longest play in franchise history. It all added up to another road loss to the Vikings, who now have beaten the 49ers 8 consecutive times in Minnesota over a span of 30 years. The 49ers' last win as a visiting team against the Vikings was in 1992. Here is the report card from the 49ers' loss, which drops them to 1-1 on the season, but his backup, Jordan Mason, was one of the few bright spots in this game. Mason made his second NFL start, and he had his second 100-yard rushing game. He gained 100 yards and a touchdown on 20 rushing attempts. Quarterback Brock Purdy scrambled twice for 12 yards and was the 49ers' second leading rusher. Grade C-. Passing offense. Purdy's stat sheet ends up not looking all that bad coming out of this game. He completed 28 of 36 pass attempts for 319 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. But Purdy also lost a fumble when the ball slipped out of his hand as he was throwing. The passing game struggled as the 49ers were just 2 of 10 on third downs and 1 of 3 on fourth downs. When the 49ers had to start throwing to try to dig themselves out of a hole, the Vikings fired up their pass rush. Purdy was sacked 6 times for 22 yards, and even All-Pro left tackle Trent Williams was not immune to the less-than-ideal play. Deebo Samuel had a productive day with 8 catches for 110 yards. George Kittle added 7 receptions for 76 yards. Brandon Ayuk had 4 catches for 43 yards as he continues to knock off the rust from an off-season in which he did not practice with his teammates. Grade D. Rushing defense. The 49ers set the goal of stopping the run in an effort to make the opposition one-dimensional. They did not do that on Sunday, as the Vikings rushed for 146 yards on 24 rushing attempts for a 6.1-yard average. Backup running back Ty Chandler gained 82 yards on 10 rushing attempts. Aaron Jones had 32 yards on 9 rushing attempts. The Vikings also got some big yards from quarterback Sam Darnold, who scrambled 3 times for 34 yards, before 2 late-game kneel-downs. Grade D-. Passing defense. Linebacker Fred Warner generated 2 takeaways in the passing game with an interception and a forced fumble on a pass play. Those 2 plays keep this grade from being a big, fat F. Other than that, the 49ers really struggled to get off the field. The Vikings converted 7 of 12, 58.3%, on third downs. Darnold had a big game with 268 yards passing, including a 97-yard touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson against the coverage of safeties George Odom and Jair Brown to beat a blitz. Darnold tossed another touchdown to Jalen Nailor on a play in which Charvarius Ward sold out to stop what he thought would be a run play. Grade D-. Special teams. The first big play of the game came on special teams, when the 49ers blew an assignment on the right side that allowed C.J. Ham to break through to block Mitch Wishnowski's punt. The Vikings ended up breaking a scoreless tie a few plays later with a field goal. The 49ers had only 1 kickoff return in the game, and that drive began at the 10-yard line when Samuel only reached the 20-yard line and Renardo Green's penalty set the field position back 10 yards. Things could have gone even worse for special teams when rookie Jacob Cowing muffed a punt. Isaac Yiadom ended up with the ball after a mad scramble. Grade F. Coaching. Coach Kyle Shanahan went for it on 4th down 3 times in the first half after only doing it 13 times all of last season. The 49ers were 1-for-3 on those 4th down attempts, so 2 of those moves, all reasonable decisions, backfired. Shanahan said 2 of those calls were made because they were just out of field goal range. San Francisco also went for it on 4th and goal from the 2. Shanahan said he knew that even if the 49ers failed, they would have the Vikings pinned deep in their own territory. But the Vikings made the 49ers pay with Darnold's 97-yard touchdown pass to Jefferson. In other words, whatever the 49ers tried on Sunday, it did not work. Grade D. Overall, this was a team effort. No facet of the 49ers played well enough to win this game. The loss was a complete team effort.